Hey guys, today we're going to be going over why 2D archery targets outperform 3D archery targets. So a little backstory on Deadnuts Outdoors and kind of like how we became a company. Back in the day, my brothers and I, we were shooting a block target, shooting it, just shooting at dots. And I've been hunting my entire life and I've never seen a dot on a deer or an elk when I'm in the field. Now dots serve their place for sighting your bows in, but I wanted to shoot at something that was more like what I was going to be pursuing out in the field. And so we automatically hop on the computer and we're like, hey, let's order one of those 3D targets. Just to find out that, you know, the high quality foam 3D targets are in the thousands of dollars, and the cheaper foam 3D targets would only last us a summer. And so we went to my family's small business sign shop. We're like, I wonder if we just printed a picture out of a deer on this fluted polypropylene plastic and cut it out by hand if it would serve kind of what we're trying to do. So we printed it out, cut it out with a box knife, drilled it into our block target, and we're like, holy smokes, this is a blast. So shot it just for us as fun, and we're like, kind of wonder if we might be able to turn this into a little business. And so what we first did was, all right, why didn't we first purchase a 3D targets? What are all the negatives that go into 3D targets, and how can we make our product better? So we start listing them off. We're like, well, one, if you look at 3D targets, a lot of the time they're priced outrageously high, and then the lower quality 3D targets are priced to a point where there's not really a bang for your buck. And then you look at the realism. After a summer of weather, these 3D targets a lot of the times can't hold up in weather. You know, either the sun fades them out or the rain washes it off the foam. They get beat up, they have cheap plastic legs, they have cheap foam on the outside, and ultimately just fall apart. And so how can we make our product last in weather? And so what we did was we used this material that holds up well in the wind, the rain, the snow, the sun. It doesn't fade, it doesn't fold. And then we also offered a hinge piece on the back of it, so when you're full draw on an elk or a deer in the field, you know, they're always moving, or they're shaking, or they have like their hair's kind of like sparked up. And so we're like, all right, how can we offer more realism? And so we put this on a hinge system, so with a little breeze or wind, it will be moving a little bit while you're looking at it through your peep. It'll also offer a lot more realistic look than a 3D target will give you, and it will hold that look through the entirety of this target's life. Another thing is when we're on the trail and we're hunting a month or two straight, and we're going from camp to camp to camp, we don't have room in our trailer or our truck bed to go ahead and put a 3D target in. They're just too big and bulky. So we had to offer a product that was going to be suitable for us when we're on the road hunting, or packing it, putting away for the winter. And so instead of having this clog up your garage or the back of your truck, we offered a product that is easily dropped down with these attachments that keep it up, so that it can be folded and put right back in the box that it comes in. And then it just pops back out like this. And now you have a life-size image of the animal you are going to be pursuing. And so that was a big thing for us, is when we're done shooting in the fall and the winter comes and we're enjoying snacks during Christmas time and packing up our garage nicely, we don't have a room in our garage or in our trailers to pack a bunch of these 3D targets in. We're able to fit every single target that we offer in the small boxes that they come from in a small corner in our garage. So they stack up really, really nice that way. And so those are just a number of the reasons why we prefer to shoot our own product. If the 3D targets were better, we would market them and say, hey, these are great. However, there is just a distinct factor that was like, I think that there can be something better in the industry. I think that outdoorsmen and hunters should be shooting at something that they're going to be pursuing in the field, and have an affordable option to do so with a bunch of cool additives that 3D targets don't have. And lastly, another thing that we looked at was the inserted foam on 3D archery targets. The 3D foam holds up very well in the beginning of the target's life. However, after you launch a bunch of arrows into that foam, it slowly deteriorates and breaks down, and you risk just blowing your arrow straight through that foam. And so what we decided to do was, all right, how can we offer the vital areas and make them easily replaceable and not have to pay a ton of money that it would cost to replace the inserted foam. So our targets have this double-sided sticky tabs that mount directly into the vital area, and after this vital area is shot out, you can replace them for a very, very affordable price. So it just slides right back in, and you're ready to shoot. And then I guess this would be the last thing, is we looked at the realism, and one thing that we noticed is a lot of outdoorsmen don't understand vital areas or bone structures on the animals they are pursuing. They'll just shoot middle, or they're like, I think I need to go behind the shoulder, but there's no realistic option that helps them understand that. So we're like, all right, how can we teach them about the bone structure of an animal so they understand where they should be aiming and where they should release their arrow at when they're shooting? And so that's a snapshot in the story of the company, and so we're excited to keep serving you guys and hope you enjoy the targets. Good luck this season.